basically the news to everyone, and I think everyone who's been following EB5 closely, is the best time to file is today if you haven't filed already. I think with immigration policy, and not exclusive to the US, but really anywhere in the world, rarely does anything immigration related become easier than it is today. So I think we can all inherently understand that there. And, especially from a retrogression standpoint, that really does apply to those, particularly from India and China. Now, Matt, in terms of, upcoming deadlines in the larger term horizon, kind of looking out to next year, I know there's the grandfathering clause that was included in the Reform and Integrity Act. And so, if someone's looking to file an EB5, but they're still collecting their source of funds, putting it together, do you recommend that someone does that, obviously as soon as possible, but, you can't rush what can't be rushed, beyond control. So tell us a little bit more about the grandfathering clause and the September deadline.
So I think the biggest concern in the citizenship or residency by investment industry is a rug pull, right? The idea that I'm going to invest, and then during the process of the government giving me my benefit, the rules are going to change on me. We saw this earlier this year when Spain canceled their golden visa. We're seeing this now with earlier this month when the Portuguese legislature completely overhauled all of their rules for citizenship, although that is still up in the air. Unlike those countries, in the United States, following the EB5 Reform and Integrity Act of 2022, we can expect how things will play out, provided that you file your case on time. It wasn't always like that. So EB5 Regional Center Program throughout most of its history has been authorized by Congress in fits and starts. And it used to be tied to the federal budget. So anytime there was a government shutdown, we would lose our EB5 visas. That changed in late 2021. Some senators pulled EB5 away from the rest of the budgetary legislative levers. And we saw a lapse. We saw a lapse of the EB5 Regional Center Program for about 9 months. During that time, there was enormous investor anxiety, especially towards the end when Congress was threatening to deny all applications that were in the process. A very scary, very terrifying time for not just our clients, but attorneys and regional centers. And kudos to people like Dan Healy for heading up on Capitol Hill with IIUSA and allies like them to get the Reform and Integrity Act passed. And I think there's a lot to like in it. There's a lot to not like in it, but the one thing to love in it is the grandfathering clause.